Flight boss, bitch. You know, for sure. You're not listening to the mind of an Antares Mill. I am the Royal Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And I'm just doing a quick astrological checkup on you guys, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of natal readings and things of that nature, right? This video right here is going to be about you work for your South Node. So keep this in mind, everybody. You work for your South Node. Now, here's the thing. The South Node is very prominent in your chart. A lot of times, you can play out these characteristics a lot more than your actual natal chart and things of that nature. And you probably like, how is that, Dolo? Here's why. Because your actual alignments and things of that nature that comes before the goddamn node of the moon, here's the thing. These energies blind you as your desires a lot of times. But your South Node and your North Node, these are the first lightest cloths that's attached to your spiritual path. You'll notice when you came here and you was moving as a spirit, every time you move into another space, because your spirit is a space, you create awareness, a spaceship, a ghost, the first cloth, the first light, that first brightness, right? And then for the most part, that be your first reflection that get ready to manifest if it condense enough and start to turn yellow. Happy flight day, happy birthday, and can become your solar plexus, aka the second coming, aka the development of it, and then that could just be the remnants and maintain to be the reflection and a container. And then you got that as above, so below, or as internal closeness, and then as outward motherfucking distance, and then you got that kind of correlation energy, if you want to call it dragon eating the motherfucking tail, you know what I'm saying? Because once it externalized, it's eating the tail, aka it don't really mean an actual dragon eating the tail. It just really means that second coming, that head going into the same space that it derived from, aka where it was at previously before it was condensed as a light. And therefore that new substance is going over a space it previously was at before it was that substance, and therefore that's that second coming going over that space where it originated from, and the space it originated from is going to appear to look like, or appear to be, the tail or the end of the travel of that rotation, aka when it went back, keyword back. So when we start to talk about the South Node, these are the lights that you're most familiar with. The South Node, this is what you brought from a previous lifetime. So whatever element and sign your motherfucking and modality your motherfucking South Node is in, that's what you work for. That's what your whole chart is working for. Your whole chart is doing what your South Node say so. You see what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing, right? When it comes into your North Node, this deals with uncomfortability and unfamiliarity. So a lot of times you could get so lost into the demands of your South Node to the point that you don't actually live your life or actually understand what you're here for, or your purpose, or understand your capabilities or incapabilities, because you never put yourself into a new space of unfamiliarity and going through those being unsure, aka as a spirit, technically you're jumping into a new space and you're forced to develop your own thoughts and feelings in that area without no example there first. So for the most part, this is you expanding the universe when you jump into a new space and create chakras and light forms and stars there, atoms and eves and thoughts and feelings there. But a lot of spirits be scared to do that, so they maintain in what they was already familiar with, or when they did this at a primitive state or eons ago when they got into a new space, they were so scared to do that again, because all that development of clinging on to one chakra that develop into one flesh, one sons of God that develop into one daughters of men, and not wanting to let that go because of the fear of what you have got lost into the light and develop the concept of fear and death and things of that nature, right? This have got you into a situation of being in a routine and pattern of never experiencing a North Node energy, never experiencing your spiritual path. So in this lifetime, you got all of that rooted into your South Node, and you're doing whatever it takes to maintain safety and security in some way, shape, or form. But here's the thing, right? Let's say if you are a Earth sign, right? And let's say your North Node is in Gemini, and let's say you are a Earth sun sign, and let's say you are water moon sign. So for the most part, you like to react and respond to emotions and feelings and things that can make you feel comfortable, and things that don't make you feel comfortable is things you're going to sheer away from. Now this looks like the sun. Your sun is your way of going about it. So whatever your moon is, that's you. That's what makes you feel comfortable. Your first light is cloth. Then the second coming is how you go about acting on those things. So it play out as a shield to hide those things that the moon don't like, and then it play out as actual a messenger, an angel or a demon for how the moon wants to be seen, how the feelings want to be seen, how it wants to be externalized, how it wants to be expressed through the solar plexus. You know what I'm saying? Heart chakra, moon chakra, filter through the solar plexus, your actions. So, for the most part, right? Here's the thing. Now, once the sun, now let's say water, moon, you're still away from connection and emotion if something don't make you feel, if something make you feel uncomfortable. But if something can make you feel vulnerable, you can find yourself connecting with that flow, whether that's a person, place, or thing. Now, let's say your sun is in Earth. It's gonna look like the way you go about it is stable, constructed, reserved. You know what I'm saying? The way you go about your emotional instability is reserved, constructed, practical. You like to make sense out of it. You like to allow it to be seen like you make sense out of it, and you got your emotions and practicalized and like it makes sense. Even though behind closed doors you go through so many emotional chaos, you're forced to try to do that because your shielding system is Earth. Now, let's say your north node is Gemini. Let's say your south node is Gemini. You do all that for forms of communication. You do all that to share your ideas. You do all that to talk to other people. You do all that I was just talking about with your sun and moon, you know what I'm saying? To share ideas, be the jack of all trades, to develop an intellect, intelligence, or to just be lost in gossip. You do all that emotional vulnerability and things of that nature, and not want people to see you sweat and making people think you all hard with your feelings and stuff like that, like you got it together, just for motherfucking friends. And that's how that shit play out with having a Gemini motherfucking south node. You know what I'm saying? Let's make a motherfucking another example in this motherfucker. Let's say you got Let's say you got Scorpio ascendant. Let's say you got Scorpio ascendant, Sagittarius moon, Taurus sun. All right, so boom. And let's say you got motherfucking Leo south node, right? Let's say you got a Leo south node, Scorpio ascendant, motherfucking I think I'm doing too much for myself. No, I ain't. Okay. Scorpio ascendant, motherfucking Taurus sun, Sagittarius moon. And let's say you got a motherfucker Leo ascendant. Now, Leo south node. Now, here's the thing, right? Before we even get into the Leo South node, your personality, right? Scorpio there, fixed water. Being fixated on your own way of dealing with your emotions and feelings. So this is your personality due to your upbringing. You have a lot of personal people in your life that kept secrets, did things behind closed doors. You witnessed a whole lot of backs being stabbed in. Even if you wasn't involved into the situation, you was forced to pick sides and agree with certain concepts of why that was done and grow up to disagree about that energy in general. So you started to develop some type of inner passion to only be worried about your own motivational personal interests or insecurities and not let that be expressed to others because you know the darkness of the world personally. Boom, Scorpio ascendant. Boom, let's get into your motherfucking moon. You like to react and respond to mutable fire. Being mutable and being able to adapt to your own and other people's ways of seeing and feeling about things. So you don't emotionally connect with nothing unless it has a meaning or a purpose behind it or a reason behind it. And if it ain't got no reason or purpose behind it, whatever you are emotionally connected to via person, place, or thing, going to start to appear like a cage to you. So you're going to start to create all this faith or external ways of seeing and feeling about things to actually take actions or creative actions to get out of that cage, regardless if you're separated from individuals and making them feel like they was the reason, right? Or you're yearning to connect with others who match your same visions and motivations and aspirations and inspirations in some way, shape, or form and your way of seeing the world. Boom. So you're personally interested into retreating from things that make you feel vulnerable with motherfucker Scorpio ascendant personally, and you do that in a spiritual way or in a way that it start to seem like you don't even dive in ahead of time because it appear to be a cage. So you already come up with wise ways on how to interact with individuals so they don't even see that Scorpio personality of you having that as an insecurity in the first place. Then you got your motherfucking sun and motherfucking Taurus. The way you go about having wisdom and having purpose and meaning behind what you are emotionally connected to and things of that nature is in a very stubborn or consistent way. in a very artistic way, creative way, or in a very motherfucking stuck and stable way, and in a way that look like you don't really care about stability in some way, shape, or form, to the point that you would get lazy on one form of wisdom or one form of knowledge just because it been putting you into a safe haven based upon what you don't want people to see in your personal life, having Scorpio ascended there, right? So then having that sun in Taurus makes you like to act upon and see and put yourself into situations where you can practicalize a foundation behind whatever, whether it's dealing with laziness, procrastination, or whether it's dealing with creating a foundation that can work. And this is something that you can kind of stand on like a tree log in the ocean. And this tree log is so sturdy, you ain't got to worry about jumping on another tree log anytime another tree log come around. Because this tree, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type energy in some way, shape, or form. Now, you do all that just to be center stage. You do all that just to get attention. You do all that just to look colorful. You look all that. You did all that just to motherfucker be the main attraction, or just to be appreciated due to the fact of you having motherfucking Leo South Node. So then you got to get into all the motherfucking correlations because you work for your South Node. You know what I'm saying? You being stubborn and consistent with your material and things of that nature just because this is what you want to be seen for. And the moment you let one of these things go, you're going to start to look like your light is getting blemished on, aka South Node and Leo. You know what I'm saying? So you got to work out that little frustration between your actions, aka your South Node being Leo and your motherfucking Sun being Taurus. Sometimes you deal with frustration because your actions don't your actions is completely put you into a learning process of where the fuck your South Node things in your previous lifetime frustrated you. So your actions that you do in this lifetime bring up previous frustrations and things of that nature. And that previous frustration of you wanting to be seen get blocked on you not having a foundation to be seen on. You not having that log to be seen on and things of that nature. So then that may derive. Then your South Node may be squaring your ascendant also due to the fact of that being in Scorpio. So a lot of times you have to learn the personal things in your life that you bring here kind of blocks you and frustrates you from comfortability, because personally in this lifetime you don't want everybody to know what's going on in your personal life, but due to the fact of you having a Leo South Node, right, you feel more comfortable with being seen. So sometimes the things that you do creatively to be seen, sometimes that suffer people knowing what's going on in your personal life. So sometimes it's your personality cause frustration with what you brought from a previous lifetime. You see what I'm saying? And due to the fact of your it might trine your moon, sometimes what you feel comfortable with has a gift of bringing things from the previous lifetime. So some of the things you are comfortable with as far as your wisdom and knowledge is on how to obtain attention or how to be creative. So these things kind of help your South Node and help you bring things from a previous lifetime into this lifetime to be seen and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? But regardless of how we break down analogies or whatever the case may be, you work for your motherfucking South Node. And you better motherfucking believe it. So let me go ahead and finish these motherfucking readings. I love y'all from the bottom of my motherfucking heart. You better believe it.